Man, what's good with the collective? Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up, and subbing up. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7, and this is for entertainment purposes as well. When you like, comment, and subscribe, helps collective grow, helps collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I ain't gonna hold you. Even if you haven't subbed up and you watching on your TV or whatever the case is, I appreciate you as well. I hope you're having a smooth 7. But shout out to the collective. Man, today might be a little bit of a longer video, but I don't know if the collective know how much I appreciate y'all, how much I love y'all, man. Again, I'm going to tell y'all all the time, I appreciate it. I'm grateful to be here with y'all. So, thank you. And with that being said, y'all know what type of time we on. I ain't going to hold you. Let's get straight to the video, man. Let's go.
Listen to a lot of things. First, I want to connect some dots here because they are connected, okay? When Donald Trump was on the Joe Rogan podcast, they had a conversation about aliens. Not the ones Trump wants to deport, okay? The ones from other planets. Let's listen.
There's a lot of interest in it.
One of the things that
There's a lot of interest in the people coming from space, you know.
Yes.
And I know you're interested in
Oh,
that.
very interested in that. How much did they tell you about that?
A lot,
Really?
yeah.
What'd they tell you?
Well, it's never been my thing, I have to be honest. I interviewed jet pilots that say they saw something. And they said, we saw things, sir, that were very strange. Like a round ball, but it wasn't a comet or a meteor. It was something. And it was going 4 times faster than an F-22, which is a very fast plane, you know.
That's dot 1. But there's a man named Cliff High. You should Google Cliff High. He is a researcher known for developing a technique called predictive linguistics, which involves analyzing internet data to predict future events. And based off that conversation with President Trump and Joe Rogan, he predicted a future event. Let's listen.
But what we do have some justification for suggesting is that there will be 39 days between the temporal marker of the Trump interview and the appearance of this visible contention. The visible contention, space aliens. Okay, so like, sort of very complex kind of Independence Day kind of right? Nobody will know who the hell is doing what with whom. Now, so anyway, now we have a strange thing where there's swarms of 20-foot drones flying around military bases. So unknown. Nobody knows who owns these drones, who's controlling them. At least they're not telling us guys.
Now, my whole life, 1 + 1 had to equal 2. But then I heard Terrence Howard on Joe Rogan, and regardless of what he thinks about math, 1 + 1 still equals 2. Trump and Rogan had this conversation. Cliff High, who previously predicted the 2004 Indonesian tsunami, stated that an alien invasion will be triggered 39 days after Trump's appearance on Joe Rogan. Trump's interview took place on October 25th, 2004. Marking the start of the countdown. We first started seeing these SUV-sized drones on December 3rd. Either we are in the midst of one of the greatest social experiments of all time, one of the greatest pranks of all time, or we being invaded by aliens. Okay, according to Cliff High, the alien invasion will involve air battles between UFOs and military forces, with UFOs even engaging in combat among themselves. Listen, I don't know what's happening. I just know that White House National Security Communications Advisor John Kirby is telling us these SUV-sized drones are manned aircraft. It's not 1, it's not 2, it's not several, it's a lot of them. One of my peoples in Jersey sent me a video last night of 8 of them over her neighborhood. If this is manned aircraft, then whose mans is this? Okay, who are these men? Are they little and green? And why are we okay with what's happening? Kirby, your statement didn't answer any questions. For me, it raised even more because I'm a common sense purist. This is what happens when they keep us looking down at our phones. We are slaves to the lies that our smartphones tell us, and it causes us to ignore the realities all around us. You can call people like Cliff High crazy. You can call him a conspiracy theorist, but I don't see it being a coincidence that he predicted an alien invasion would happen 39 days after Trump's appearance on Joe Rogan, when they was on there talking about aliens, and then all of a sudden, flying SUVs are all over New Jersey. Why are they just flying over our residential areas? What if they crash into our houses? What's the mission? Is this even lawful? Why wasn't the public informed about these operations ahead of time? Look, man, American government, it's okay to be honest with the American people. Just admit either you don't know what's going on up there, or you do, and it's not something you want us to know about. Because all Black Twitter gonna do is make jokes anyway. Okay, the American people are not going to care unless you tell us it's the Kardashians and Taylor Swift up there driving one of those SUV-sized drones. Look, We can avoid reality, but you cannot avoid the consequences of avoiding reality. I don't know what reality currently is, and I don't know what the consequences of avoiding it will be. But I just want us to be aware of what our current reality truly is. Please give White House National Security Communications Advisor John Kirby the biggest hee-haw.
So there's two things here. If it made it to Charlemagne bringing it up, either he pushing the agenda of glue team for entertainment purposes, or he really genuinely questioning, and he gonna get in trouble for that shit later. He gonna get in trouble for that shit later, because you think about it, them type of questions is questions that we be having amongst each other. What if one of them hit somebody's house? But again, I don't think that that's alien spacecraft. I think that that is our people who control the top of the pyramid. The best way I could put it. Y'all get what I mean? Like the 1% or military spacecraft. That's what I think. But this is for entertainment purposes. You know, we just playing here. That's what I think, though. I think that if we was just playing, I think that it would be military. Come on, bro. Like I said, they fire everything out the sky, and they ain't took that down yet. Bro, they ain't took them down yet. They just keep popping up, huh? After we just got told there was something in the ocean that they just discovered. Come on, bro. This shit is a game, and we already in the middle of glue team now. I don't think it's glue team coming. No, we in the middle of it already.
So let me get this straight. We've upgraded from a round Earth to a flat Earth, and now from a flat Earth to a much larger round Earth. This TikTok slideshow starts off with an image of the ice wall, an image of our Earth surrounded by an ice wall with a bunch of other land masses, and the claim that we don't live on a flat Earth, just a much bigger Earth with a bunch of these other land masses around us, similar to what we live in currently. And they're so close to just arriving to the conclusion that the Earth is just round. They're saying, therefore, it seems flat, but that's because of the scale. That's exactly why the Earth seems flat, is because we live on a big Earth. We're so small compared to it. Anyways, the ice wall theory is pretty easily disproven by people that have flown over the North Pole. These were some of the first two people to do it. Richard Byrd and Floyd Bennett, who did this back in 1926. Not to mention, if the Earth were this scale, gravity would absolutely crush us, seeing as this is 7 times the size of Jupiter. So no, again, we don't live on a flat Earth. We don't live on a mega Earth. We just live on the good old-fashioned Earth.
I don't know. It's something came from the sky. Right?
Kevin Hart may have been killed in 2019 and been replaced with a clone.
Wait, what, bro?
The story goes that in 2019, he got in a car wreck when he was in the car with 2 friends. He had this nice muscle car, and it flipped over, and the top half was crunched.
He said, "It's a resurrection. That's the best way for me to put it. I feel like the other version of myself died in that moment. And this new version was born to understand and do better."
And then there's this interview where he literally says that he's a clone.
How do you do it?
I have a clone.
I was going to say that. There's 2 of you.
Cat's out the bag. Okay? It's about a good 3 of me. We broke it. They didn't want to release it yet. This is major news that I'm giving you.
All right.
I'm the first person to ever use it. I'm cloned. I'm cloned. I'm cloned.
Now, this is all a conspiracy theory.
I mean, if you just listen to his stand-up comedy routines throughout the years, like, they're a lot different than they used to be.
He ain't lying about that, and I agree, bro, cloned.
Fox News alert, the Justice Department just released the bombshell report that we've been waiting for. What actually happened on January 6th? The FBI had 26 confidential human sources there that day. 26. A confidential human source is a guy the FBI pays to spy for them. Of the 26 confidential human sources who were in D.C. on Jan 6th, 4 entered the Capitol during the riot. An additional 13 entered the restricted area around the Capitol. So more than a dozen FBI spies participated in the so-called insurrection. A bunch of them broke into the Capitol. Their own inspector general says this is what happened. But that's not what they told you when they testified under oath.
Those who were there in an undercover capacity on January 6th, how many were there?
Again, I'm not sure that I can give you that number as I sit here. I'm not sure there were undercover agents on scene.
I thought I heard you say you didn't know whether there were FBI agents or informants or human sources in the Capitol or in the vicinity on January 6th. Did I misunderstand you? I thought that's what you said.
Well, I referred very specifically to undercover agents.
Yeah. And so are you acknowledging then there were undercover agents?
As I sit here right now, I do not believe there were undercover agents on scene.
The inspector was hiding something, so Congress asked the question a different way. Listen.
Did you have confidential human sources dressed as Trump supporters inside the Capitol on January the 6th prior to the doors being open?
Again, I had to be very careful.
It should be a no. Can you not tell the American people no? We did not have confidential human sources dressed as Trump supporters positioned inside the Capitol.
Gentlemen's time has expired. You should not read anything into my decision not to share information.
Director Ray,
confidential.
Gentlemen's time.
Y'all remember we went over that clip early in the channel? Is glue team in our face, in my opinion.
Check this shit out.
Right there. Wow, good eye. Good eye. That is a triple cup, Harvey. And that was basically a June. Many people have this, many photos and things like that, his club appearances, and on top of that, his performances. People were saying that Wayne was drinking a big amount of lean.
I think that one day there will be extraterrestrials versus a government in the skies. Yes, I think that day will be coming. Who knows? It will happen, in my opinion. I believe that it's because I think that we have done too much to the atmosphere. And not only does it affect us, but it affects other things, in my opinion. Other people are free to disagree. I respect it. And I feel like that's what's going to cause a friction between them and our 1% or our military officials, however you want to put it. Again, just for entertainment purposes. But when we seeing all this weird shit in the sky, like I asked before, do y'all think that maybe it's in the sky because maybe it's always been there, but since the veil's being lifted and the planet's vibrating at a different frequency, the plane, however you want to put it, this realm that we in is vibrating at a different frequency, so now we able to see things that we wasn't able to see prior. That's what I'm asking. And that's another question I have, like, what if it's that? And so what if them things have been in the sky? Or what if it's ramping up because they about to go to war? Who knows? I mean, somebody know the answer. Our answers are just all over the place. I just say, let's question everything, continue to question everything. But I also feel like this shit can be glue team as well. And I think they ramping that up as well because they about to go to war with them. And they want to confuse us because they don't want to tell us the truth. That's my opinion. Some can take it, some can leave it, some can disagree. Spam up how y'all feeling, man. Go ahead.
Okay, so we know that there are drones and then there are plasmoids. The drones are the ones with the green, white, red FAA lights. The plasmoids are those orbs that are floating around and changing color and morphing and doing cool shit. Now, everybody can look this up. There is this plasmoid research paper that just came out. It was actually just published in December of 2024. And basically they're talking about what plasmoids are and what they do and how they're created. And they're just like energy. It's the fourth state of being. Anyway, go look up that research paper. It's really interesting. Now, my question is, what triggered the orbs? Nobody has asked this question. Yes, we all know, we've all come to the conclusion that the drones and the orbs are two different entities, two different things. Drones are government. The orbs are plasmoids. What triggered the plasmoids? There are only maybe 4 possibilities. Stay with me. 1, Willow was turned on. That's the first possibility. Needed to borrow energy from a parallel universe, from a multiverse, in order for it to compute this mathematical equation that, it takes a bazillion years for us to figure out with other older chips and computing methods. Second one is the Pope opening up the doors, those 5 doors, that could have been a trigger as well. I'm just going through the possibilities. A certain somebody was elected as president. That could have been a trigger as well. And if anybody has heard Bashar, and I know it's a little out there, but again, I love the different things that humans do. But if you've heard Bashar said that the woman president was going to usher in contact. A male president would usher in World War III. Now, do you think the plasmoids were triggered by this because they are worried about our planet? And plasmoids live here, okay? They have been in and out of our oceans, but they haven't made themselves known until now. Why? Why have they been triggered now? That's the question. And for the life of me, I cannot remember that 4th one. If I do remember it, I will put it in the comments. But I think we need to start talking about what triggered the orbs to make themselves known. I really, really think that is a conversation that we should be having because this is not coincidence. I remembered it while I was talking. The age of Aquarius. That is what prompted them to come, because that was literally a shift that just happened like 2-3 weeks ago, however many weeks. Whenever we started seeing these orbs, I believe it may coincide with the age of Aquarius. So what do you guys think? Comment in the comments, because I really do think we need to start talking about what triggered these orbs coming forward and letting themselves be known to us. Drop it in the comments.
You think the plasmoids is what Trump was talking about in the first clip?
They're going somewhere. Oh my God.
It's a lot of damn birds. They feel some type of energy they getting away.
These are the last days, y'all. No, I'm not talking about some apocalypse or something like that. These are the final days of celebrity culture. In 2025, we're about to see a totally brand new version of the industry. I think it starts with the downfall of the people who've been committing heinous crime after crime after crime behind the scenes. People who've been getting away with things for years after years after years and had nobody answer for it because they had so much power and money, are now being exposed to the light. And because they're gonna fall, the rest of the celebrity culture is gonna fall with them. I believe this is what Kendrick Lamar was talking about on Watch the Party Die. Him going after Drake and dropping a song like Meet the Grams, etc. was a domino effect that's leading to everything that's happening right now. I would also like to believe that Cat Williams was a part of the process beginning with his interview. Think about it. We've been watching this industry glorify a bunch of things that pull you away from your higher self and pull you away from God. And now we got an album out that's got multiple songs on the billboards in the top 10 talking about God, like Reincarnated. Bro, Luther is the highest streamed album on the song, and one of the bars is talking about putting your enemy in front of God and catching fire. Like, bro, we're watching the shift. Pay attention.
Shout out to Kendrick.
seriously. Let's be honest. I like to have fun, but also before Jersey Shore, no one believes this when I say it, but I was a freaking like shy girl. I was very shy. It's funny that I say it now, but I was really shy. Like, I was scared to even like go to the doctors. So, anywho, so yeah, I was going to school to be a vet tech, and I was into my studies, getting good grades, and you know what screwed it all up was this one guy. He broke my heart, and I was like, cool, thanks. I was like, now I have to do something pretty ridiculous and insane with my life, so why not sell my soul and go on Jersey Shore? That's what I did. And you know what? It's been awesome.
But when you were doing the Jersey Shore program, they would tape you all day long? Is that?
Oh yeah, when we film Jersey Shore, it's basically 2 months, 24/7. There's like 5 cameras in the house, and then there's a camera set up in like each corner. So you're always being watched.
So you're always being watched. Now, you sign up for that in the contract. You know that's going to happen.
Yeah, we sell our soul.
Well, that's an awful way to live. That really would steal someone's soul.
That shit is crazy, man.
Yesterday we had a massive timeline shift. Talking about this baby right here. See that little line right there? If you woke up today feeling of 2 ways, either having a massive headache, feeling completely off, emotional, feeling not like yourself in a good way at all, you timeline jumped. And or if you woke up in a completely different confidence, a confidence that just felt like no given, like nothing is bothering you, you feel good, but you kind of feel empty, you quantum jumped. Now, within timeline shifts like this, I'm finally realizing there are events within our matrix, within our simulation, that always kind of take place. Like, it can be small ones, it can be ones that are just relative to your own personal reality that happen normally a few days ahead of time, and then it's like a massive breakthrough. And again, this is stuff you're not going to hear from anyone else. You can't really find things within this. This is just a knowing. Now that you know, and if you happen to jump within this timeline, what are you going to do with it?
Were you guys aware that we had white auroras? And the white auroras look like they're literally trying to tell us something, y'all. Look at that. It literally looks like letters. Look. What is it telling us? So I'm telling y'all, the planet is telling us something is here. This brand new energy is here, because white auroras and also white animals, y'all remember? Here it is out in the field. Again, nature is telling us something. This brand new energy is here. What is going on? And then for more amazing news, y'all, there was a rare sighting of not 1, but 2 white reindeers. Look at this. Look. This is another rare sighting. Look at that. Nature's telling us. I mean, y'all see these drones, these new orbs, these new white animals, and now white auroras. Oh my goodness. I mean, what about y'all? Do y'all feel that new energy? Because I do. Please let us know down in the comments below and share this video, y'all. Let's continue to get this shift. Peace in.
Every time I see the white, was it an elk? That's dope.
They going somewhere. Oh my God.
Y'all know the drones flying over New Jersey. Of course, they probably flown by the government for entertainment purposes. I'm gonna say that again. I'm gonna go ahead and say, and I think a lot of people, I think a lot of y'all in the collective gonna agree with this. I think the drones is emitting some type of frequency that's causing them car lights to go like that. That's what I think. And if I'm not mistaken, the birds that was flying in New Jersey, that was New Jersey, right? The frequency. They know something ain't right. That's why I think they getting away. I'm just asking. You watched, what was it? ain't it the first purge? Didn't they try it? Now I'm not comparing the actual purge to this, but whatever they up to, if it's Glue Team in the movie The First Purge, didn't they do it in the city? When is Staten Island? Close enough, right? It's not too far. I'm just asking. Remember they was talking about sealing off the bridge so whatever people in that area, in that region, could do what they was going to do, and what they do. They was doing that. What if that was what they was doing with Glue Team? And they starting off with Jersey first. I know it's drones all over the place, but we first start seeing them in Jersey, and the birds is reacting like that in Jersey, not nowhere else. I'm just asking. Tell me if I'm reaching.
I ain't on shit. That nigga tried to kill me for real. I got out of that. I've been missing for almost like 2 years. I didn't even know where the fuck I was at. I do. Women in real time. Nigga stole all my money out of my bank account.
She reaching?
Tell me why I'm in Poland. And there's a sheriff's car in Poland.
Why would that Sacramento sheriff? Why would that be in Poland?
Look what I walked in this morning. It scared the shit out of me.
I bet you that shit haunted.
Through the underworld trying to get back, and then they seen all these melanated folks dancing to the Soul Train, to the train to the Great Beyond. Now, peep this. Remember in 1983 you had the band, the Gap Band. Don't you miss that train? Don't miss the party train. And then look at in 1971 in October, that's when you had Soul Train drop, and it lasted for 35 years. So what was they telling us? We thinking they just a bunch of dudes from the hood or something, from the ghetto, just dancing. Nah, they was expressing something from another realm that they just showed us in Beetlejuice.
Levels of ascension.
I'm gonna tie it to something else too, real quick. Now, remember you seen Coco? Remember the train to the party? Let's go, bro. Let's go.
The Soul Train. You get what I'm saying?
Soul Train.
And the train kind of symbolic to me as a serpent. I don't know why. It's symbolic like a serpent.
I can see that. I can see that because even the way the railroad is built, it's like similar to just like a river, like it goes in transverse waves almost, which is what a snake does, a serpent does. It goes in transverse waves. So it's almost like it's a representation of that Kundalini cosmic serpent going somewhere.
The temporal marker and the visible contention that will appear in the skies that from the descriptors we had back in 2009 will go to the idea of UFO versus UFO and UFO versus jets. Okay, so like sort of very complex kind of Independence Day kind of shit, right? Nobody will know who the hell is doing what with whom. Now, okay, so you think that's unlikely and so on, as do I. All this shit's always unlikely until it happens. Possible, not probable, right? So anyway, now we have a strange thing where there's swarms of 20-foot drones flying around military bases. So unknown. Nobody knows who owns these drones, who's controlling them. At least they're not telling us guys. I would suspect that the military would be freaking out if they can't see the signals that are directing those drones, and those drones are a Kvass weapon, where one of the, I won't describe it, but basically you set off a group of drones that don't report back to headquarters until they're all done.
Far reach, are y'all with them?
The Cliff High December 3rd prediction came true. It's actually happening, but people are so dense and distracted that no one's paying attention to the fact that what he said was going to happen is happening. It just doesn't look like what we thought it would look like. Because right now, there are two different kind of things in the sky, and they seem to be sizing each other up right now. So maybe the Cliff High prediction didn't mean that on December 3rd, there would be a huge thing that was happening that everybody could see, but instead it was the start of this thing that will begin ramping up on December 3rd. Because ever since December 3rd, all we've seen is drones and people posting UAPs everywhere, and the government's like, we don't know what's going on. It sounds to me like it's going down. And I want everybody to know that we've never seen a UFO before, so change your expectations a little bit, because they might look and behave differently than what you thought they should. And I honestly think that we're seeing that right now.
So that's why I asked, did y'all think he was on a far reach, or y'all think that y'all with him? I said they look like they sizing each other up. They up there, it's just a matter of time of who gonna fire first. And when one fire first, man, I just pray that all hope that all of us is safe and out the way. Like, hopefully it happens like in the middle of nowhere, like a big ass open field where ain't nobody there, ain't nobody's land. Some shit like that. What happened on the military base don't happen with the civilians. Like, we don't want no parts of that shit. Like, we coming in peace. We hoping y'all coming in peace. Straight up, that's how I'm looking at it. But I don't know. Y'all let me know, man. To me, like I said, it just look like they just sizing each other up. And then if they going over military bases, it's, again, y'all remember the story of when we seen the extraterrestrials just popping out of the walls, tearing arms off of military officials. I know y'all remember seeing that part. I know y'all remember seeing that. We posted that like I think it was like last year. And I think and the question is why they popping up at the military bases? What they doing there that got their attention to where they don't want to deal with us? They going at them. That's my only question. And you can't say that, I mean, what, so they both fallen angels, they both demons warring with each other? Nah, man, come on. I think some bad, some good, and some coming through the walls because they messing with the atmosphere, they messing with stuff they shouldn't be messing with, and they trying to get them to stop. And I think maybe them UAPs has been flying over here, maybe they becoming more current, and they feel like, oh, we gotta throw them drones up there to throw them off. I'm just asking, man, is it a reach or is it not?
So it is December 4th, officially one day after Cliff High's 39 days to melee prediction was set to begin, and I promised you I would check in to see how things have unfolded. Before I get into what has happened and how incredible I think this prediction has actually been, the amount of people that have come back to comment on the original Cliff High video, well, thank you. The algorithm loves you. And secondly, look, I get it. If you're the kind of guy who gets upset about a guy on TikTok who's telling you about another guy who 15 years ago made a prediction, your IQ probably peaks at around temperatures that would induce hypothermia. So I get it, and I understand it's hard for you to just think beyond what you're fed for just a brief moment. But seriously, wake up to yourself. Look around at what is happening in the world right now. There are UFO sightings everywhere around the world. It's insane. You don't even need to look for them. Go open up Reddit. Go open up X. You don't even need to look. I guarantee there'll be one there. These things are everywhere. My timeline is inundated with UFO sightings from the last 7 days, and they seem to be increasing and increasing as the days go by. The last time America had a UFO wave like this was in the 50s when UFOs were sighted over the Capitol in Washington, D.C. This was never cast as an alien invasion or Project Bluebeam. These are all things people just got carried away with in the comments because it kind of sounds like that. That's never what the prediction actually was. In 2009, it was predicted that Donald Trump would be interviewed by Joe Rogan, and 39 days later, we would be seeing a melee in the sky between jets and UFOs. I literally showed a video of a jet intercepting one of these drones in the latest episode of Weird Week. And in this week's episode, I'm going to be collecting all of these UFO sightings that I've found, and I'm going to be putting them all together and showing you just how crazy and widespread this thing is. We're going to be diving real deep into predictions, cliff high UFOs in this week's episode of Weird Week. And okay, I get it. There hasn't been an all-out dogfight in the sky, or at least one that anyone's caught on video yet. But there are literally UFOs everywhere right now. That's not normal. This doesn't always happen. And it's 39 days since Trump was interviewed by Rogan. Like, if you can't grasp the significance of that, bro, I don't know what to tell you. Go back to watching Love Island, eating bugs, or play with some rocks, whatever entertains you. Like, if you can't understand how insane that timeline is, that we are literally 39 days later having a flood of UFOs all over the sky. Remember, that's not normal. We don't normally have UFOs everywhere. If you can't see the significance of that, I don't know what to tell you. Because the people who are screeching about the accuracy of this prediction are the same people who scream that UFOs aren't real. Meanwhile, they're literally floating above your head. Wake up to yourself.
I'll take it back. I guess they did shoot one of them things down.
Is the TikTok community in our own time? Seriously, like, how are we privy to all this public information, all of this research and sharing of information on this app, and nobody else is picking up what we're putting down? It don't matter where you go, even if you is talking about the Blue app or any other app, a lot of times people don't know what the going on. And it's not just about the drones and the orbs and what's going on right now. I mean, this is literally what thing that's been going on. TikTok, this is my opinion. This is solely my own thoughts. This is not to be mistaken as misinformation. This is my free expression within the TikTok guidelines. This is my original content and commentary. How in the hell is we the only ones with all of this information? And if you talk to anybody outside of TikTok, they are literally don't know what's going on. Like, you got to explain to them. And it's almost like, again, like I keep saying, like we in a time loop or something. We're in our own loop of information. We're in our own world. And that's one of the number one reason why they wanted to cut it loose and get rid of it, because they know that we are in a web. We're in a web of information and research, and a lot of this, yes, you can write some of this shit off as, you know, just a bunch of bullshit that some people come on here with. Okay, but the real information it stands on its own. We ain't forgot what happened in Miami. Y'all tried to lie like there was some teenage kids fighting. Come on now. I believe the images that I seen. I believe that shit. Yeah. We ain't forgot that shit in Las Vegas where them mother aliens was in them folks' backyard. And it got so bad till the people was like, we ain't answer no more questions. They shut that shit down immediately. They didn't want no interviews. They ain't want no clout off that shit. That was some real ass shit. We ain't forgot that shit. And we for damn sure ain't forgot how the Vatican came out some months ago. Y'all remember how the Vatican came out some months ago and was telling everybody that they finna have to write up some guidelines on how the citizens and public should react to certain entities and supernatural experiences and unexplained activity that's getting ready to be going on. Y'all remember that? About this shit. Outside of TikTok, half of them don't know more than half of them don't know what they're talking about. More than half of them have no idea what you're talking about. That shit is crazy. And not even when it is on a political level. Another country can be ready to drop missile on our ass. We wouldn't even fucking know it. If you haven't already, go subscribe to my new channel. 2025, we are on our way.
Do you have a Mickey Mouse cup by any chance? I don't know if you talked about this.
I do.
Really?
Yeah,
okay,
why?
So, there's like this whole thing going around. It's like the Mickey Mouse cup controversy. So Disney makes cups like for every like character, but specifically in the Mickey ones, it writes the word Mickey inside of it, right?
Yeah.
And you know how we talked about water holds or liquid holds frequency, and whatever you're drinking, it's like positive or negative, right? So on the surface of the liquid, and it says Mickey, you can see it like reflects, right? And once you reflect Mickey into the liquid, it spells out wicked.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, because the M is W.
The M is W. I'll show you.
Oh, shit.
So everyone's asking, like, is that premeditated? Why would like Walt Disney make his most famous character Mickey? The word Mickey.
Doesn't look like wicked because the Y. The Y is in cursive, so it looks like a D. Oh,
yeah, I'll show you it. Hold on.
I just don't like cursive in general, bro.
Yeah,
cursive
so Lily,
writing.
Lily, whenever you're watching or you're wicked.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah.
Let's not sit up here and act like we didn't just see the 666 in that too. We've seen that numerous times with Disney. It say wicked and it has 666. That shit's crazy. And water holds memory. That is wild. Is that a reach to y'all? Is that a reach? I don't know, bro. Hey, I don't have that cup. I remember it though, but I don't have that cup.
Are here. They're gonna hang around until we're used to them, until we have a paradigm shift, until we understand that they exist and how they exist and what existence is. Like your worldview, what exists and how does it work? Is it angels? Is it gravity? Is it demons? Is it bacteria, right? What is included in what exists and how does it work? That's what your worldview is, or your paradigm. And paradigm is prerequisite for perception. So right now we are struggling to perceive because we are so in our old paradigm. And so I think they're going to just hang around long enough for us to get used to them. And then they'll have a big collective hello. I did get into it with what I think that collective hello is going to be. And that's where I do lose language in explaining it. So I'm going to meditate on that and try again later. But yeah, we're all getting on the same page. And this is exactly part of the plan. When you look, there's no stuff. There's just this spark of something and space, a lot of space. And that is what we're made of in varying degrees of density. And so these orbs, they're us, they're everything. They're bubbling up like hydrogenated oil. Let's keep it talking.
I heard that was after the storm in Santa Cruz.
Bitch. Did you hear the story about the 5-year-old little girl that was found in a storage unit in Sacramento, California? Bitch, let me tell you about it. This beautiful 5-year-old baby stayed in Reno, California with her daddy named Tyler Anderson. Her stepmama name was Avriana Anderson. Then it was quickly discovered that she was in this storage unit because the dad, Tyler, asked one of his friends if he could use his storage unit, put something in his storage unit. And the friend was like, yeah. So they drove from Reno, California, bitch, to Sacramento, California in a U-Haul to dispose of her in the storage unit. And after they end up using the storage unit and leaving, the friend that he had called to use the storage unit had went behind him to see what he had put in there. He was like, as soon as he opened up the storage, he saw an arm sticking out of a bag. He knew it was the arm of a child, and he could tell that the child was lifeless, of course. So he ended up calling the police. Now look at this shit, y'all, and remember this, okay? When the police got there, another officer who had a body cam on asked the police, how old do you think the child is? These folks said they believe the child is 4, 5, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months old. Y'all, this baby is 5. Okay, because it was like so quickly discovered, they was interrogated for a very long time. They separated the mama, or stepmama, bitch, Avriana, and they put her in the room that they would usually put victims in, and then they put him in the room, you know, just a regular interrogation room. So while they in there with her, they asking her questions about, you know, how she feel about Callie, how is she being a mom, and she loved Callie. She was around when Callie was a little baby. Then the bitch started crying, and she telling me some, you know, I was her stepmom, but I was more like a mom to her. Okay. So they went to Tyler, who was in the other interrogation room, and he started telling them how sometimes Avriana would lose her temper and she would put hands on Callie, but she would act like it's an accident. Then he goes to say one day he came home from work and Callie hand was wrapped up in saran wrap, bitch, of oil and Vaseline. He ended up asking her what happened to Callie hand. Guess what she said? That she was mopping and she put her hand in the water and it was too hot. And he believed it. Well, I don't really think he believed it. I think he knew something was going on the whole time. Anyway, so they also had 2 other kids. They had some boys. Now I got to give y'all the backstory. So Avriana and Tyler ended up meeting after Tyler had broke up with Callie's mom. First, Tyler didn't know that he was having a daughter. He didn't find out about Callie until after she was born. Avriana did not like that at all. A lot of his family members said that Avriana hated that baby because she came in the picture while she was in the picture. You know what I'm saying? So, she was like, hey, we should get married, because for whatever reason, he was trying to get full custody of Cal. They never said why in my sources, but he was trying to get full custody, and she kept telling him, like, if we got married, that'll look better. So that's what they did. And then they ended up having 2 boys of their own. Then let's get back to baby Callie. They questioning Avriana at this point. They asked her, hey, why was you in Sacramento? And she was like, so me and Tyler could buy... You know what I'm talking about. So she tried to admit to doing something illegal to try to throw them out or whatever. So they kept talking to her and shit like that. They kept on asking her, like, where the baby was, where was Callie. She was like, she really don't know. She think that she's at Tyler's mom's house. Now, it was found out that Callie never went to anyone's house unless they all went together. But she never went alone to spend the night nowhere. So that was a flat out lie. So they ended up asking her about the time that CPS was called. Okay, let's get to that. So one day they had went to Tyler's aunt house for the 4th of July or something like that. And they noticed that Callie looked very, very thin for her age. She was devouring her food like she had never ate before. And she was eating off of other people's plates. The auntie ended up noticing that burn that was on her hand, as well as other bruises and marks on her body. So she ended up calling her CPS to do a damn wellness check. Salute to you, auntie. So they end up going to do the wellness check on Callie at the apartment. First of all, the apartment was dirty as fuck, okay? But they end up ruling it inconclusive. Now, why didn't y'all take that baby out their house when a social worker ruled a wellness check inconclusive? It's so inconclusive about being well as a child. You know what I'm saying? So they was like that. The punishments that she was receiving was like basically saying it was over the top. They didn't feel like she was eating enough, but she was being fed. Like really like some bullshit, and the system failed baby Callie. So as the interrogation went on, they kind of end up getting the vibe that Avriana was abusing Callie. Like she was disciplining her, she was whooping her, like, and not in a normal way. So they end up telling her, hey, we know about the storage. We've been in there. Baby, just tell us what's going on. So look, they came up with a story. They were showing us pictures of the inside of the apartment. It was a dog cage bathroom. And Callie's shit was in the bathroom. And that's her. So they asked them about the dog cage. They was like, oh, we got a dog named Maverick. Now listen to this. Somebody had spent the night over their house. I think her name was Janice or something like that. Jayla spent the night at their house. Jayla said she never heard a dog. Jayla said when she tried to go to their bathroom, they said, oh, Maverick is in there and he's very vicious and, you know, he might hurt you or something like that. But she said she never heard a dog scratching or, you know what I'm saying? Like, she never heard a dog in the bathroom. Then when the police asked Avriana about a dog, she said, oh, he was so sweet. He loved playing with the kids. Somebody else telling us that you said this dog was vicious and they couldn't go in the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on, y'all. I'm finna do a part 2.
Why did she go all the way around all that shit to just say I'm gonna do a part 2? I ain't see a part 2. I ain't even heard about that story, bro. That shit crazy. I ain't even hear about no story like that. I wish she'd have put all that in one and kind of shortened that shit up, because she was going all around. Man, that's sad though. Rest in peace to that little girl. Prayers to the little girl, man. And that shit's crazy, because I haven't heard about that. Might have hit the news, but like I don't really watch the news. But yeah, I ain't hear nothing about that. But that shit's, man. And y'all spam up what y'all feel about that. And I know that one kind of hit the gut. That's right here in my backyard. So I'm going to look a little deeper, see what area this shit happened. But just correction, she said from Reno, California. Reno is not in California. Reno in Nevada. It's not too far from Cali, but yeah. But ain't no Reno, California. I thought she was saying Marino, but she didn't say Moreno Valley. She said Reno, California. It could have been that. I ain't never heard of Reno, California, but yeah. That's just to, correct. But yeah.
Y'all ever seen a meter crater? Here it is. Here's the meter crater. Love you, bye.
But a meter or a fallen angel? Which one?
Mysterious drones have now been spotted in and around Atlanta amid hundreds of sightings nationwide, and countless pictures and videos have been sent into the newsroom. Federal officials still say that there's no threat to public safety, but it's doing very little to ease concerns from residents. Atlanta FBI agents are investigating and claim that there is no evidence of a national security threat or foreign involvement. Be sure to download Fox Local for live streaming news and more.
Hey, let this sink in. They want to ban TikTok for security reasons, that they say. But these dumbasses got drones flying and they ain't shot them up. They ain't shot them shits out the sky.
Guys for help, because I've been trying to do this while I'm at work remodeling a bathroom. And I can't find the video. So earlier this morning I was watching Fox News and that CB Cotton came on and she said that they recorded what they thought was a drone and they're showing the video of it. And then she says, I believe she says that they use the infrared, the FLIR camera, and it's clearly a plane and they're showing the video. Well, what is freaking crazy, I've been looking for this video for about 2.5 hours now. But what's crazy is as soon as she's showing the plane go by, what looks like a star literally shoots a spotlight on that plane as it's passing underneath it, and then goes away when it clears, when the plane clears its path. And it's on video. So I am begging people to keep an eye out for this, because they were trying to disprove it, saying people were recording planes. I'm not concerned about the freaking plane that they recorded. I want to know what that star was with the spotlight, you guys. I'm not even exaggerating when I say it was a spotlight. I don't think that they're going to replay it. I started watching the Fox Live thinking Fox always repeats the same shit over and over and over and over. And now I've gone through like 2.5, oh, maybe even 3 segments, separate segments, time slots, and they've never replayed it. CB Cotton has come on, but she's never replayed that video. And I think I know why, because they saw the spotlight too. So if I find the video, I will be posting it. God, I hope I can find that thing. But if you find the video, please send it to me. Please, please, please.
Luigi Maggioni?
Yeah.
Oh my, let's talk about him, because he's like the most searched up guy on Twitter right now. Luigi Maggioni?
Yeah.
Oh my, let's talk about him, because he's like the most searched up guy on Twitter right now. And there's a crazy theory about his Twitter header.
What is it?
Oh my god, yo, get that shit ready. Boom. So this is what his Twitter header looks like.
Yeah.
So it's 3 pictures. Everyone's saying like, okay, it's normal when you look at it. Because first picture on the right is like a thirst trap of him like vacationing.
Mm-hmm.
Second picture is him like it's surgery, right? And it kind of relates to the whole case, because
the healthcare.
He probably put this there because he didn't get healthcare from his parents and like he had to pay for his own.
Mm-hmm.
But the last picture,
it's a Pokemon.
It's a Pokemon. So you're like, okay, he likes Pokemon, right? This Pokemon is named Breloom.
Yeah.
And on the Pokédex, his number, Breloom's Pokédex number is 286.
Okay.
I swear to God, this is not a reach. In the Bible, if you go to Psalms 286, this is the Bible quote. Watch.
What does it say?
Watch. And it relates directly to the case. Read it.
Better is a poor man who walks in his integrity than a rich man who is crooked in his ways.
He shot the CEO, man.
That's crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
And it's not a coincidence. You know why? Because, fam, this guy's the Riddler. On his Twitter, he has a certain amount of posts.
287.
286.
Oh, wow.
286.
That's cold, though. That is some Riddler shit.
And it's not just that. So people follow, it's called Goodreads. So once you read a book, you can leave a rating and a comment, right? So he has over 200 books in his Goodread. They searched up one. It's industrial society and its future. And he left a comment. He said, these companies don't care about you or your kids or your grandkids. They have zero comms about burning your planet for $1. So why should we have any comms about burning them down to survive?
Damn,
that was his direct quote under the book.
Oh, shit. He's been planning this for a long time. And I heard, before he got arrested, he let a video out, right? Yeah, he let the video out. That's real. That's Riddler. That's Riddler. I saw some memes. He's feeling like the Riddler because what happened in the Batman, the video went out right when he got arrested. Listen, this is what's going on.
Damn.
If you see this, I'm arrested. Well,
same shit.
Literally the exact same shit.
Oh my God.
Yo, media imitates life, or life imitates media. Life imitates media sometimes, bro.
Maybe because Loki, did you know his backstory? He's a valedictorian.
Yeah.
He's really too smart to be doing all this, but at the same time, he uses smart for good.
And the crazy parallel is the person that snitched on him was a McDonald's worker. So it's like the low-level class, high class. Yeah. So it's the opposite. The criminal in this case is the graduate, is the scholar, and the person that snitched
on him is the thing.
Yeah.
That is some crazy shit, though. It appears to me as if he did plan this for a long time. Y'all let me know. Y'all spam it up. That shit crazy. That's a lot to take in right there. I know some people say it was staged as well. Spam up y'all thoughts and y'all opinions, man. That shit, it was two things. Either it was staged, which I don't think it was. Hired, I think it was hired. But he was, that shit was thought out though. If it wasn't hired and it was just his own actions, that was some dark shit he did. He planned that shit out though. Hey, like I said, spam up y'all thoughts. All these birds, boy.
Ron Jeremy, Denzel Washington, Beyonce Knowles, Ellen DeGeneres, Whoopi Goldberg, Lady Gaga, Chrissy Teigen, John Legend, Joan Rivers, Rob Saget. Do you want me to keep going? Ask me. Everybody wonder why my smile is so deep. Everybody wonder why my eyes sparkle. Everybody always asks me, why are you smiling when you dance? Because you don't understand the shit that I lived through. It's worth it to smile. And I'm still smiling, and I'm gonna continue to smile. And most majority of y'all who continue to ask me and gonna tell me that I'm pointing fingers. And when it comes out, don't come running back. I shouldn't have to get this nitty gritty for people to wake the up. I shouldn't have to say something like that for you to be like, oh shit, she's probably telling the truth. It is pathetic that people gotta go here. It's pathetic that it's gonna take somebody to say it was me for somebody to understand.
One time he locked me in containers with his shipment of kids. There were kids in there that didn't speak English. There were kids that were sick and that were already dying. There were babies. There were babies that were 6 years old, and I'll never forget them just crying, and everybody was just staring at them. Everybody was just staring at each other. Nobody knew whether or not to move. I was freaked out. And I got up and I held her. And they opened the truck and they took her from me. Because they said she was already sick. And they killed her. Her name was Bailey.
Did y'all see
when they interviewed Dapper Dan about Diddy, they ran into Dapper Dan in Harlem and they asked him what he thought about what was going on with Diddy and if he knew Diddy. And I love Dapper Dan for this. He said, I grew up with his parents. He said, and what's going on with him has been going on long before him. Now, his father was a government snitch and a bad actor in the criminal world altogether. But there's whispers in the streets of Harlem that Diddy's mother isn't alive. Not his biological mother, but that woman is his aunt. There are whispers.
Wait a minute.
Diddy's story is so convoluted. But nobody really likes talking about who he was before he became Puffy. I would love if I could be granted an interview with him. To interview Diddy now in his most raw state about his life up until the age of 15 only. We got to learn how.
We went over the first part of that interview. We never seen the last bit of that, and there's still some more that she had to finish. Spam up if y'all would watch that interview. I for sure would. I want to hear it. I need to hear it. Great ass question.
They found this shit in a cave in South America. Look at that shit. Motherfucker look just like the movie Alien, dog. Identical. Ain't that a bitch? I tell you, Hollywood tell you everything you need to know. Y'all just think it's entertainment and it's just a motherfucking movie, dog. How many times you gonna see some shit in the movie and then it come out that it's in real life, that it really happened, dog? Same shit as the Alien movie. Same like a motherfucker. Same fucking face, dog. You don't believe me? Look at this shit. Look at the head, dog. Look at the motherfucking head. And you'll wonder where they got this image from. Cause that shit exists. Yes. And that ain't regular. That's different. And that's why I be telling y'all pay attention to these movies. That's why I watch them. It's a message in all of them. They telling you what is really happening and what's going on under the disguise of entertainment. Hollywood. Look, dog. Look at the head of that fucker. And look at this shit. Things to make you go, Same shit. Same shit, dog. Peace.
This is not a game. This is not a hoax. 3 children were just taken at the same exact time at the Bobby's Way apartment complex in Fisherville, Virginia on Thursday morning. That is today. This is according to the Augusta County Sheriff's Office. So Augusta County Sheriff's Office responded to a 911 call from the children's mother at 8:27 a.m. The 3 children were waiting for the bus when a black 4-door vehicle pulled up to the bus stop and took all 3 children at the same time. This is a parent's worst nightmare. All 3 babies were snatched at the same time this morning. We need to react TikTok. We need to spread this and get people looking. Jamarcus Lewis, he's black 10, Jemiah Lewis 8, Jalea Lewis 6. So we have a 10-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 6-year-old. Both Jemiah and Jalea were both wearing pink jackets, while Jamarcus was wearing a black and dark blue jacket with neon zippers, is what the Augusta County Sheriff's Office said. They were taken approximately at 7. The last time they were seen was approximately at 7:40 a.m. at the bus stop. So guys, this is what the internet's for, what the satellites are for. We need to figure out where are these 3 babies. Can you imagine 3 of your children being taken at any time? The Sheriff's Office said if you know the whereabouts of these children or seen a black vehicle in this vicinity picking up the 3 children, please call the Augusta County Sheriff's Office at 540-245-5333. Again, guys, we need to react on this immediately. This is within the first freaking couple hours happening right now. We're in the first hour's windows. We need to try to get these children back immediately. Spread the word, Freedom Over Everything News. All comments and opinions are welcome. Any ideas on how we can help find these babies faster? This is a terrible nightmare. Please pray for their mother. She is in a panic right now. Have a good day.
Now, I apologize. I'm just getting to this because I wish I could have reacted to this a little bit sooner. If anybody got any information, spam that up. I'm not sure if that... I didn't even... Shit. I'm going to have to look after shooting this. Like, what happened, if they found them or not. But spam it up if y'all came across that. Prayers to the mother. Prayers to the family, man. Hopefully they found their babies back.
What I do now is...
Whoa.
What is that?
scared the shit out of me. Some screaming.
What's that? Is it a person?
What the It's a naked man. Hello? Are you okay?
Can we help you?
He's just standing there.
Hello?
What the All we have to do is whistle. I heard whistling to them. It's like the worst thing to do.
What? Whoa, whoa, run.
Go.
The video I'm about to show you is a drone flying into an orb, and then it disables the drone, and the drone falls out of the sky. The lady recording don't know how to record, like super boomer status, barely knows how to use a phone, but she caught the important stuff. Boom, here we go. So this thing is zipping across the sky right here. Phoenix, Arizona, December 14th, dude. Watch, it's like, oh snap, I'm a freaking drone. I see an orb. I'm a, look how fast this thing goes. Check this out. So it comes up to it, it touches it. Drone doing what a drone does. Orb doing what an orb does. Boom. Dog. What? What are you kidding? What, dude? You know what I'm saying? This thing comes up to it. Do not bring a drone to an orb fight, dog. You know what I'm saying? Don't bring a freaking drone to an orb fight. Because what? You're cooked, dude. So I thought these things were out there sniffing out some freaking nuclear stuff. But now I'm thinking they were put out there to freaking chase down these orbs. Or to distract us from these freaking orbs, dude.
I'm 100% with that shit right there. Them things was put up there by the military officials to get closer to them damn orbs. Why? Because they at war, bro.
Comment on the drones that are flying around New Jersey ports. It seems like the American people have a big disconnect.
The government knows what is happening. Look, our military knows where they took off from. If it's a garage, they can go right into that garage. They know where it came from and where it went. And for some reason, they don't want to comment. And I think they'd be better off saying what it is. Our military knows and our president knows. And for some reason, they want to keep people in suspense. I can't imagine it's the enemy, because if it was the enemy, they'd blast it out. Even if they were late, they'd blast it. Something strange is going on. For some reason, they don't want to tell the people, and they should, because the people are really, I mean, they happen to be over Bedminster.
Will you
Want to
shoot
know
them
the they're very close to Bedminster. I think maybe I won't spend the weekend in Bedminster. I've decided to cancel my trip.
Have you received an intelligence briefing on the drones?
I don't want to comment.
How I feel about what Trump said, man. I think they know too. He only thing is with him saying that, like with him saying he don't know why they ain't saying nothing. See, that's why that could possibly spark some shit with other countries. Because what if them other countries side with Biden's ideologies or his opinions, or you get what I mean? And they kind of feeling how Biden or the military feels, where they like, we don't want to tell the public because the public gonna freak out. And what if Trump be like, nah, we need to tell them? See, then they got a miscommunication at the top. You see what I mean? So then that shit gets real ugly. And that's like a slippery slope. So I don't know, man. But I think they at war. I think them orbs is here. And you remember the orb we saw by, was it World Trade Center? And the mom was recording and she was like, what if it's a drone? Ain't it kind of ironic that a drone ended up coming about all these drones in Jersey? I just want to know why they in Jersey. Why they go there first? Or so massive. Like, why was there so many of them in that one region before they were in other regions in a massive amount? But it hasn't really been a massive amount that I know of. Man, y'all let me know. Like I said, I think that they're going back and forth with each other. Military versus extraterrestrials. If y'all go back videos ago, a bunch of videos ago, I've been saying this shit. I've been saying it. But, hey, I don't know. Y'all let me know. Spam it up what y'all feel, man. But y'all know we made it to the end of this. And if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I love y'all, Collective. I appreciate y'all, man. I swear, I wouldn't rather be doing nothing else but this right here. I'm grateful that y'all come and support this. And we all have been rocking out, and we got this thing called the Collective, man. And I appreciate y'all again. But until I see y'all in the next one, we're having a smooth 7, but y'all know what type of time we on. And I see y'all in the next one, man. We out.
I just check my account. Sheesh, at the amount. You probably know it.